Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa ma ba'd. It says az-zakat wa sawm wa ma yata'allaqu bihima min al-ahkam. The previous chapter was about prayer and ruling related with the prayer, adhan, salatul jummah, nafil prayer, first prayer, and so on and so forth. Now after prayer he's moving to another pillar of Islam, zakah, and then sawm. So zakat and sawm, وَمَا يَتَعَلَّقُ بِهِمَا مِنَ الْأَحْكَامِ, and ruling related with zakat and sawm. So third pillar and fourth. Obviously the fifth one is hajj. So he's saying وَخُذْ إِلْمَ أَحْكَامِ الزَّكَاةِ نَذِيرَةَ الصَّلَاةِ بِآيَاتِ الْكِتَابِ الْمُمَجَّدِ. وَخُذْ إِلْمَ أَحْكَامِ الزَّكَاةِ, meaning he's saying learn the rulings related with zakah, because it is important, third pillar of Islam. So you need to know the rulings. How much zakat is obligatory? What are the assets upon it which is obligatory? Who are the people? I mean the recipient, mustahiqeen al-zakah, and so on and so forth. And how much you need to give, and what is the nisab. So it is important to learn the ruling of the zakah. Nadir as-salah, it is the sister of the prayer. They use the word tenet or something, meaning they are similar. Qarinatu salah. Meaning, what it means, Nadir al-Salah, Qarin al-Salah, bi-ayat al-Kitab, meaning that it is similar to the prayer in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the verses of Allah. For example, you find rarely prayer is mentioned on its own. Rarely you find prayer is mentioned on its own. Aqimu as-salah wa atu zakah, yuqimuna as-salata wa yutuna az-zakah, and so on and so forth. So zakah and prayer and zakah, they are mentioned together in a number of verses in the Quran and number of hadiths. So that's why it is called Naziratu Salah or Qarinatu Salah. وَحَسْبُكَ فِي تَفْضِيلِهَا نَفْءُ غَيْرِهِ بِقَهْرِ هَوَى وَسْوَاسُهُ لَمْ يُرَدَّدِ. And he's saying وَحَسْبُكَ فِي تَفْضِيلِهَا, when it comes to the merits of zakah or virtues of the zakah, hasbuka, meaning this virtue is good enough. What the virtue of zakah is, nafu ghayrihi, meaning this benefits the person and bring benefits to other people. As for some of the ibadat, the benefit of the ibadah is for the person himself. Like you do zikr, for example, you pray, and hajj. Generally speaking, the benefit of these ibadah returns to the person himself. As for the zakah, it benefits the person. Obviously, he will be rewarded, and it benefits other people, those who are recipients. So that's why scholar says any action, for example, someone is busy most of the time reciting Quran, and someone is keeping up obligatory deeds, but he is helping the community, let's say, or involved in social work and so on and so forth. So that is better. The other person is better in the sense that he is doing zikr and staying in the mosque, and the other person is not neglecting the obligations. He's doing the obligations, staying away from haram, but at the same time he's involved in something that brings benefit for the ummah, for the community. Okay, بِقَهْرِ هَوَى وَسْوَاسُهُ لَمْ يُرَدِّدِ. And obviously when a person gives zakah, another benefit is that you are overtaking, or you are suppressing your desires, and you are suppressing the viswas of the nafs. Meaning wealth is what we say, very dear to human being. Sometimes you find people fall out with each other because of 10 pound, 20 pound, or little dealings here and there. It's true. وَإِنَّهُ لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ. Meaning this is natural, but yes, some people are mad or crazy, and some people's love is controlled or not extreme or so. Otherwise, everyone has got. So he's saying another benefit is that you qahr hawa, meaning in the zakah you are suppressing, you're taking control of your desires and the waswas. Meaning nafs always tells you to keep. That's why it is called sadaqah. Okay, another name of zakah is sadaqah. إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَاتُ لِلْفُقَرَاءِ خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ sadaqah. Sadaqah is something that confirms from tasdeeq. How it confirms the iman of the person. It is a sign, or it confirms the iman of the person. And scholars give this explanation. They say because wealth is dearer to human being, and if he's giving something in charity of zakah, it means it is a sign of his iman. It means that he believes in the bigger reward. A Muslim only gives zakah or charity. Why? Because he has got faith that this will be multiplied and returned to him on the day of judgment. You see, the Muslims are the more charitable people. More charitable people, more hospitable people, or more caring people. We find that America is giving this much amount of aid and so forth. I read some articles that the Saudi are the most, government is the one who gives most charity to different countries. But they don't, they don't control the media, they don't utilize. And it's not only Saudi, all the Muslim countries, individuals. For example, take Muslim individuals, they are most generous than anyone. Okay. وَفِرْقَةُ مَا تَهْوَى امْتِثَالًا بِبَذْلِهَا. فِرْقَةُ مَا تَهْوَى, meaning you're giving something that you love. Firqa is from iftiraq, giving something ma tahwa, meaning the wealth that you are giving is why you are doing so, imtithalan bibadliha. You are obeying the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you are hoping for the bigger reward. You know that you are giving 10 pounds and you will get multiplied. Not in the hereafter, by the way, even in this dunya. Okay, anfiq yunfaq alayk. وما نقص مال من صدقة and أولئك هم المضيفون in the Quran. So not only the reward is there, even here, that one of the meaning of zakah is increase. One of the meaning of zakah is increase. It will bring barakah to your wealth in this world, and obviously the reward is. And there are some hadiths that if a person withholds the zakah, even if it is little, it destroys the remaining. One way or another, the barakah will be taken out. All of a sudden you find the car is broken down from nowhere, and yes, you need to spend 500, for example, to fix.
Or maybe they keep the wealth, but they don't get any benefit from it.
Yes, that is the blessing.
It causes them
barakah, stress, and the pleasure of this world, and the tranquility in the heart, all those things.
The ayah, يَوْمَ يُحْمَى عَلَيْهَا فِي نَارِ جَهَنَّمَ وَيُكْوَى بِهَا جِبَاهُهُمْ وَجُنُوبُهُمْ. Zakah.
It is. الذين يكنزون الذهب والفضة ولا ينفقونها في سبيل الله فبشرهم بعذاب أليم. And then yes, so that is for those people who hold gold and silver and don't give zakah. That's the punishment.
Branded.
Okay, so now he's talking about the benefits or virtues of zakah. He said nafa or ghair is involved. You are taking control of your hawa and you are giving something that you love badly, obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala his command. يَفُكُّ الْفَتَى سَبِينَ لَهْيٍ مُفَنَّدِ. And it will release a person from 70 shayateen and the tricks. Meaning shayateen and his tricks. Shaitan and the hawa increases the show and increases the love, and it says, look, you got 20,000 saving and calculating and zakat, you are giving 500 or 1,000, whatever, it is decreasing. Don't. Shaitan comes from different angles, but that's what he's saying. Yakuful fata sabina lahyin mufannadi. And I think there's hadith as well in Musnad Ahmad that says that when a person gives zakah or something, mal in charity, 70 different devils will be averted from him. وَأَدِّ زَكَاةَ الْمَالَ حَيًّا مُطَيِّبًا وَلَا تَتْرُكًا لِلشَّامِتِينَ وَحُسَّدِ. وَأَدِّ زَكَاةَ الْمَالِ, pay the zakat of the wealth, hayyan, when you are still alive. There's a hadith in which Prophet ﷺ said the best charity is the charity that is given by a person who is healthy, sahihun shaheed, and he has the desire, meaning he's healthy, and he's hoping to live, meaning he's looking forward for his life. So that is the zakah which is given is better. And if a person is on the bed and he knows that the time has come sooner or later, for example, that's also will be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But obviously if a young person is giving or healthy person is giving zakah or charity, that is more rewarding, because he's looking forward for his life, and he has got many of plans and responsibilities also, still giving. So that's what he's saying. وَأَدِّ زَكَاةَ الْمَالِ حَيًّا, meaning you are living and you hope to live. Not like a person who knows the time is over and he's making will, give this one to. That's also accepted, because as Prophet ﷺ said, the tawbah is accepted before the sakrat starts. But in comparison to a person who is young or healthy, giving something in charity, and someone on the deathbed, there's big difference. Okay, mutayyiban, and give zakatul mal. Mutayyiban means and you're happy with with good spirit, not taking like a burden or something. Okay, yes, some people may be giving zakah, but in self he may not feel comfortable of 1,000, 2,000. I mean 2.5% whatever from your savings. So it depends how much you made the saving, or how much saving you have got in your bank. So sometimes you may be giving, but may not feel happy. So he's saying tayyiban means tayyibul or tibul khatir. Your heart need to be happy, with good spirit. Okay, that's the ihtisab. You're hoping for the reward, and you have iman, you're happy. And these are the conditions for the reward. Man sama Ramadana imanan wa ihtisaban. When explaining iman and ihtisab, scholar says that you are fasting and you're not taking it as a burden. Okay? You're not counting the days. Okay, 10 days gone, this much gone, and you're looking forward for the month to come and end. وَلَا تَتْرُكُنْ لِلشَّامِتِينَ وَهُسَّدِي. Don't leave your wealth for لِلشَّامِتِينَ وَهُسَّدِي, meaning for the jealous people, and shamitin, those who may make fun of you later on. Meaning, yes, you're not giving zakah while you are healthy and looking for, meaning having hope to live. So what happens when you make a will or so? Meaning it's not in your control. You may pass away and your children may not fulfill your will. And some of your relatives, like sister or some other, if they are from the inheritance, they may make fun of you. Look, he didn't do anything while he was. Now when our rights got involved in his wealth, he has made this will, and so on and so forth. They may not fulfill. Wahussadi, and those who are jealous. Okay, so when you are healthy and you are hoping to live also, you are in control of your wealth. Okay, no one is going to stop. But when you are seriously ill also, yes, the matters are not in your hand. Your children may not fulfill what you have made the will of, what you have said to them. Okay, sometimes will is written and sometimes you just say it. For example, you may say your children be witness that this much amount of money should go here and there. They may not fulfill. So that's what he's saying. وَلَا تَتْرُكُنْ لِلشَّامِتِينَ وَهُسَّدِي. Don't leave it for shamitin and hussad. Okay. وَيُشْرَوْ فِي قُرْبَاكَ مَنْ لَيْسَ وَارِثًا. Now he's talking about to whom zakah should be given. He's saying, وَيُشْرَوْ فِي قُرْبَاكَ. Give zakah, or it is highly recommended that you give zakah to your relatives, provided they are poor, provided they are fuqara or masakin or needy, or they are in debt also. Meaning, for example, those 8 categories recipients, if someone is your relative who falls under the category, then he has got meaning you should give him preference. وَيُشْرَوْ فِي قُرْبَاكَ مَنْ لَيْسَ وَارِثًا, with the condition that he is not dependent upon you, or with the condition that it's not from your inheritors. For example, your children, you cannot feed zakat to them. Okay? عَلَى قَدْرِ حَاجَاتٍ وَقُرْبٍ لِيُمْدَدِ. Meaning he's saying give zakah or give preference in zakat to your relatives, okay, provided they are poor and provided they fall in those categories. If they are not poor, needy, or in debt and so on and so forth, then don't. Okay, if you want to help them voluntarily, from the voluntary charity also, not from the zakah. So he's saying, ala qadri hajatin, meaning give preference to the relatives according to the need. Let's say you got two cousins. Okay, one is more poorer than the other. One is more poorer than the other. So you give preference to the zal hajat, ala qadri hajat. Give preference to your relatives, ala qadri hajat, according to the need. Wa qurbin. And another thing you need to take into consideration is how close is he. Your first cousin is more closer than your second cousin. Let's say both are in need, but your first cousin is more closer, he has more rights upon you than the second or third cousin or so. Is the third cousin as well? Bashir.
There is a third cousin, yeah.
Okay. Who they are with you?
I don't know. I did some DNA thing and they said I've got fifth and sixth cousins.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, your cousin's cousin is second cousin, and your cousin's cousin's cousin maybe somehow third cousin and fourth, and so on and so
We're
forth.
all related. Anyway.
كلكم لآدم.
Yeah, really.
Okay, here he's talking about to whom preference should be given. Two things he's mentioned: look to the need and look to the relationship, who is closer to you. Okay, وَمِن بَعْدِهِمْ ذَا الْإِلْمِ وَالْجَارِ قَدِّمًا وَرَاءِ ذَوِي الْحَاجَاتِ وَالسِّتْرِ تُرْشَدِ. Okay, so give preference to the relatives, and after that, people of knowledge. Someone is student of knowledge, seeker of knowledge, or someone is person of knowledge, and he's busy in learning or spreading the knowledge, obviously. So he's not chasing the dunya or hasn't got any other means. So this type of people should be looked after. And Abdullah ibn Mubarak and many scholars, they used to spend upon ulama and tulabul ilm. Okay, wal jari, and give preference to your neighbors. We talked about the rights of neighbors. Okay, give preference to them, provided they are Muslim, because zakah is not to be given for non-Muslims unless they fall under the category of which one? مؤلفة القلوب, to soften the hearts. Okay, ومن بعد ذا العلم والجهل قدم, give preference after your relatives to the people of knowledge or seekers of knowledge and neighbors. قدما, give them the preference. وراء ذوي الحاجات, and take care of the people of need. Okay, so after giving preference to what we say relatives, and it's not necessary that you give all the zakat to one person or relatives. You can give portion, and other portion you can give to other people who are in more need. Okay, ra'i dhawil hajati, mean take care of the people who are in need, and wasitr. Okay, wasitr means there are some people in need, but they don't ask for favors, they don't beg. Okay, lissaili wal mahroom, in the meaning in the Quran, you find them, they have been referred as mahroom. Mahroom means they are in need, but they are people of honor and dignity, they don't ask. And many times people don't, meaning people ignore them. They think they are well off. Not necessarily. There are many beggars maybe better than those people of honor and dignity who are not asking. And they are professional beggars as well. It is. Meaning there are tribes and families of begging, by the way. Yes, there are some people, they call them fuqara, or the beggars, Sailin also. And even though, let's say, they grow up and they got other means or set up business, but still they don't give up asking or begging. So it becomes a profession for them, business. It's not good. If you're asking for no reason, then it's bad. Okay, let's move ahead. وَلَيْسَ بِمُجْزٍ دَفْعُهَا لِشَرِيكِهِ وَلَا مَنْ يَؤُولًا مِنْ قَرِيبٍ وَمُبَادٍ. وَلَيْسَ بِمُجْزٍ, and it's not enough, meaning it won't be counted as you have given zakah if you are giving to your partner, li shariki. If you are giving zakah to your business partner or someone who is partner in some things or so, it's not, meaning it won't be regarded as you have given zakah. Why so? Okay, let's say even if he's person of need, maskeen or something, but still it's not good to, because in return he will do you favor. In return he will do you favor because he's a partner, so you may get benefit something by giving him zakah. Okay, wala man ya'ulan, and don't give zakah to someone you are responsible, or someone who are dependent, or someone you are responsible, financially responsible. Let's say your sister, or even your uncle, close uncle. If there's no one to look after him, then the responsibility comes upon the nephews and nieces and so on and so forth. So someone who is dependent upon you, don't give zakah. Min qareebin wa mubadi. It doesn't matter whether they are close relative or far. Okay, dependent means sometimes your children are dependent, your parents are dependent, your wife is dependent, but sometimes even sister and brothers can also be. Let's say someone got married, husband passed away, no children, your sister, no children, then obviously who is going to look after?
Do you mean someone that you're obliged to look after?
Yes.
Okay.
They're dependent upon you.
Like kafirul yatim, you cannot give an orphan that you are taking care of your zakah because you're already taking care of that orphan. Right?
Yeah. Okay, let's leave it for time being. And did you understand? If someone has sponsored a yatim, can the sponsorship or the money monthly can be given from the zakah? I'm not sure. From one way, if it is, obviously if he falls under those categories, let's say, 8 fuqara masakin and so on and so forth, if he falls in that category, then the zakat can be given. Meaning your sponsorship can be covered by the zakah, but make sure more research needs to be done. Okay, wala kafn al-mawta, and zakat should not be given to provide kafan for the dead people. Wala fi duyunihim, and the debt of the dead people from the Muslim community, obviously we're talking about, their debt should not be cleared from the zakah. Why? Because they have passed away, and zakah need to be given to the living people, needy and people in debt and poor people, and what we say travelers and so on and so forth, mu'allafatul qulub. So zakah should not be given. I mean, it is good to help the people in the burial also, but from the voluntary charity, not from the zakah. ولا نحو سد البثق أو رم مسجد. Okay, سد البثق, meaning zakat should not be used to repair the damage in a dam. What do you call dam? Dam. How do you say?
The dam, the water dam.
Water
right?
dam.
Dam.
Yes, water dam. So he's saying, in order to repair the damage in the water dam, where the water is leaking and causing problem, okay, again it is good, that need to be done, but not from the zakah. Why not from the zakah? Because for the zakah, the recipients have been mentioned already 8, so it should not be given. And someone asking the fatwa that can zakat be given to get a hand pump fixed in Africa or some other countries. Can it be given?
A water pump.
Water pump. Okay, again, it doesn't fall in those 8 categories. It looks like the one he's saying, Sadd al-Bathqi or Ramm Masjidin. Or Ramm Masjidin again.
Sadaqa jariyah, that one. To build a well, a water well or something.
Yeah, that is Sadaqa Jariyah, but the question is, can zakah money be given? Or you have to give the voluntary charity? Okay? I mean, obviously, it is ongoing charity. There's no doubt upon that. We are talking about, can zakah money, for example, 2,000 is due upon you, and can you spend 500 in getting hand pump set in poor country or so? Is it clear now? From the voluntary charity, obviously, that's fine, and it is ongoing charity. Yes, Bashir?
I was just thinking if you gave it to a family in a village and then they decided
And
to
it is up to them now.
Yeah.
Yes, you've given the family and they are in need of this or in order to cover the fees of the children or whatever. No, it's up to them. That's fine. It is up to them now. Okay, Ramm Masjidin, to build a mosque or repair the mosque. Zakah mal should not be used. وَيَحْرُمُ حَتْمًا أَنْ يَقِيَ مَالَهُ بِهَا. And it is haram if you are using zakat in a way to protect your financial responsibility, to avoid from the financial responsibility. Like for example, it is your responsibility to spend upon your sister who is dependent upon you, or upon your wife, or upon your children, or upon your parents, for example. Then what happens if you give zakat to them? You are saving your wealth and yes, and avoiding from the financial responsibility which is already due in the very first place. So that's what he's saying. وَيَحْرُمُ حَتْمًا أَنْ يَقِيَ مَالَهُ بِهَا وَيَدْفُ ذَمًّا أَوْ لِتَحْسِيلِ مَحْمَدِ. Okay, and don't give zakah to avoid some issues. What some issues? For example, tax is due upon you. Okay, okay, tax is due upon you. Or you have taken money from someone, your debtor, meaning these are already financial problems for you. So don't use zakah in order to clear them, because yes, it is already obligatory upon you. Or you have taken money, let's say debt, £100, but you made savings and no zakat is due, you can't give zakat to clear your loan. أو لتحصيل محمد, and zakat, giving zakat to get praise from other people. Nose billah. You are giving zakah with the intention that some people should praise you or do a favor in return. That's also wrong. Ikhlas and the purity of intention is required for all righteous acts, including zakah. Okay, وَذَلِكَ نَفْلُ الْبِرِّ سِرًّا بِفَاضِلٍ. Now he talked about the obligatory zakah. Here he's talking about the voluntary one. Voluntary charity. So charity is of two types. One is obligatory one, once in a year, which is called zakah, and the other one is voluntary. So now he's talking about the voluntary. He's saying وَذَلِكَ نَفْلُ الْبِرِّ. So meaning there's another zakah which is nafil, meaning which is voluntary, and giving it secretly is better. Voluntary charity, giving secretly is better. However, if there is a need to give it openly, it's fine. In tubdu sadaqat فَنَعِمَّا هِي وَإِن تُخْفُوهَا وَتُؤْتُوهَا الْفُقَرَاءَ فَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. So voluntary charity, if you are giving secretly, that's better. But let's say if there is a need, for example, you think that if you give openly, other people will follow, or they will be encouraged. For example, sometimes you see someone is making appeal also and no one is moved. But all of a sudden a person stands up and says, okay, I'm giving 100 or 50. And you see he opens the door for other people. So with that intention it's fine. And not only fine, you will get reward, double reward. Man sanna sunnatan hasana. Meaning you are setting up a good example. Okay, he's saying befadirin, the voluntary sadaqah need to be given from extra. For example, you yourself is in need of something, your children are in need, then why you have to give something in charity? I mean, the extra charity should be given from fadil. Befadirin and in nafsi, ma qutila iyal al-muqtadi, meaning it is extra from your need and the provision of your dependent family. For example, you needed this money to buy grocery for your family or so, then obviously you haven't got extra. The voluntary needs to be given from the extra. Even zakah is not obligatory upon the person who has nothing or has very little that covers his need or his family's need. No, zakat is not obligatory unless there is something extra, nisab reaches to nisab. So that's what he's saying. وَذَلِكَ نَفْلُ الْبِرِّ سِرًّا بِفَاضِلٍ عَنِ النَّفْسِ مَا قُوتِ لَيَالِ الْمُؤَكَّدِ يُسَنُّ وَفِي الْحَاجَاتِ أَوْ شَهْرِ صَوْمِهِمْ. Okay, I mean, naflul birri sirran bifadin yusannu is the khabar, meaning the extra thing that you are giving, so and so forth. It is recommended, is good, and give it fil hajati, meaning the voluntary charity, give it according to the need. The more the need is, the more reward you will get. Meaning you are giving someone who is desperate, so you will get extra reward. And you are giving to someone who has already got something little bit missing, obviously you will get reward but not as much. Alaikum salam. Aw shahri sawmihim, and give the voluntary charity in the month of Ramadan. Giving voluntary charity is recommended according to the need and in the month of Ramadan. Why in the month of Ramadan? You find that Shahrul Mawasat, as it said, Walaikum salam, and you find people are in need. Many people are busy in the mosque reciting Quran and so on and so forth. Okay, so if you are preparing iftar or taking care of the family or something, that's good. Walil jari, and give preference to jar. Now we are talking about the voluntary charity, by the way. Wal qurba, and voluntary charity can be given to relatives. Wa in you the akidi, meaning even some of your relatives or neighbors are causing harm to you, still it is good to give them, meaning you fulfill your rights. If they're not being nice to them, they will be held responsible for their actions. ويعثم في إضرار نفس وعيلة ومثل غريم في التقاضي ملدد. ويعثم في إضرار نفس وعيلة. If you are giving charity in a way that you are causing harm to yourself, or you are causing harm for your family, be careful, you are causing harm to your family. Meaning your child is in need for this, or the fees need to be covered for your child's education and so on and so forth, and you got some money and you are giving in charity, voluntary charity, you are bringing harm to your family. So he's saying, وَيَعْثَمُ فِي إِذْرَارٍ, voluntary charity, giving something voluntarily, while the charity is bringing harm to you or family, family. So it is wrong. Because looking after them is obligatory, and giving voluntary charity is recommended. So when there is a clash between obligatory and recommended, you give preference to obligatory. This is your responsibility, is obligatory upon you. Okay, وَمَثْلِ غَرِيمٍ فِي التَّقَاضِ مُلَدَّدِ. Okay, and if you are
not paying your debt,
yes, despite having means, you will be sinful. I mean, if you got means and you are in debt, so he's saying وَيَعْثَمُ فِي مَثْلِ غَرِيمٍ, meaning a person who has got means but does not clear his debt, he will be sinful. Yes, Mustafa. Oh. Okay. I mean, everyone has bad experience of this type of people. I also have. Astaghfirullah. I mean, it is balanced. If a person who is in debt, who has taken loan, and yes, he's in a dire situation, okay, and your time is coming due, you agreed 6 months, so give him respite. That's understandable. We're not talking about them. We're talking about a person who has got means. Let's say got business, got house. Okay, so you got means to clear your debt. Okay, وَإِن تَكُ ذَا صَبْرٍ وَحُسْنِ تَوَكُّلٍ وَتَرْكِ سُؤَالٍ بِالْجَمِيعِ إِن تَشَاجُدِ. Okay, now he's talking about that if you are a person who got sabr, patience, and you got a good faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you are sure that whatever happens, you're not going to ask. Pay attention to these three conditions. He's saying, وَإِن تَكُ, if you are a person who got sabr, and who has got good tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he has got the assurance about himself that he's not going to beg. So if you got all those qualities, okay, so meaning وَتَرْكِ السُّؤَالِ بِالْجَمِيعِ إِن تَشَاجُدْ, meaning give whatever you have. You can give 100% the money that you have, provided that you got these qualities. And who is like Abu Bakr Siddiq and Umar Farooq radiallahu anhuma? He gave all that he has got.
Also, al-Mu'mineen Aisha, whatever was entering her house, before the night will come, she was giving it away.
Yes, so these are the people who have got those qualities. Nowadays, okay, yes, you listen a lecture or something and it affected your heart and you give your savings. Tomorrow you will regret, Nazullah, maybe. Yes, so the reward is gone. I mean, if you regret in yourself, even if you don't express it, then where's the reward? You did good and you are saying, oh, I've been fooled.
What did I do?
Yes, it's true. No, what he said is very, some people come with those examples of Abu Bakr and Umar radiallahu anhu and the other companions. But who has got like their iman? Okay, وَإِلَّا تَكُنْ, if you haven't got those qualities, تَعْثَمْ بِبَذْلِ جَمِيعِ, if you haven't got those qualities, still you are giving all that you got, you will be sinful. And plus, not only you, your family and your children be on the same level. If not, your self-patient iman, they will make life harder for you. You left us in a dire condition and you're giving money in charity for these people and for them and so on and so forth. So you and your dependent need to be on the same level. وَإِلَّا تَكُنْ تَعْثَمْ بِبَذْلِ جَمِيعِ وَيُكْرَهُ تَذِيقُ لِغَيْرِ الْمُعَوَّدِ. Being someone who is not used to the situation, so it is disliked to put him in meaning for your children, let's say. You got iman and your wife is not of the same level. Okay? So you're giving all you have, but she will be affected and she won't be happy. So don't put people into difficult situation who are not used to that situation, used to those things. Okay, we take 2-3 lines and then we stop because next one is the fasting starting. وَجَوِّزْ سُؤَالَ الْمَرْءِ مَا جَازَ أَخْذُهُ وَأَنْهُ ذَرًا عَنْ ذِي الْعَشَاءِ وَالْغَدَاءِ قِدِي. وَجَوِّزْ وَجَوِّزْ or وَجَوِّزْ, you can read both. وَجَوِّزْ سُؤَالَ الْمَرْءِ مَا جَازَ أَخْذُهُ وَأَنْهُ, meaning he's saying asking or begging is fine for a person مَا جَازَ أَخْذُهُ, for a person who is allowed. For example, someone hasn't got anything, or someone, yes, in need or disaster, what happened, has striken him and his house was burned or business or something. So these type of people in need, it is fine for them to ask. And Imam Ahmad says, إِهْذَرًا أَنْ ذِي الْأَشَاءِ وَالْغَدَى. Imam Ahmad said it is haram to ask if you have got a Ghada and Asha. See how strict he was. Meaning if you got something that is enough to spend for today's need or to cover the need of lunch and dinner. Meaning you have got some money by which you can buy lunch and dinner for yourself and your dependent, then don't beg. Okay, do you remember the hadith in which Prophet ﷺ said? What did he say?
Never mind.
He said, Man asbaha, very beautiful hadith, pay attention. And it is in Sahih Adab al-Mufrad, an authentic hadith. Man asbaha mu'afan fi jasadihi, aminan fi sarbihi, wa indahu qutu yawmin wa layla, fakannama huyyizat lahu dunya bihadafiriha. Okay? Meaning, man asbaha fi bayti mu'afa fi jasadihi. Meaning, you wake up and your body is intact, you're healthy. Okay, and law and order is there. You're not afraid that something bad is going to happen, or if you leave the home, you'll be attacked. Meaning, there are many countries, people living in the state. Okay, I was reading the people of Gaza also, they say goodbye before they go to sleep and hug each other, meaning out of fear that may, yes, some of them may not survive. And he has got a provision, there is enough for one day and night. Prophet ﷺ said the whole dunya and the blessing of dunya as if it is given to him, because you got health, you got law and order, peace, and you got something that covers the need for one day and one night. Okay, yes, 2 lines, then we'll stop. وَمَا جَاءَ بِالْإِسْتِشْرَافِ نَفْسٍ وَطَلَبِهِ يُسَنْ وَلَمْ يُوجِبْ قبول بِأَوْكَدِ. If a wealth or something coming to you without you asking and without you, how do you say, longing? Is the word longing? Longing. Longing. I'm sorry. Meaning you didn't ask for, neither you were looking it for. Okay, neither you were looking it for. Something came, then yes, you can take. Walam yujib means it's not obligatory upon you that you should take, but if you take, there's nothing wrong. Like the hadith, Prophet ﷺ was giving something to Umar radiallahu anhu. He said, give to, O Messenger of Allah, give to someone who is more in need than me. Then Prophet ﷺ said, look, whatever coming to you, without you asking and without you looking for it, or harboring hope for it, then take. So that's what he's saying. وَمَا جَاءَ بِالْإِسْتِشْرَافِ نَفْسٍ وَطَلَبِهِ يُسَنْ. However, it's not obligatory, you can reject. وَيُكْرَهُ بِإِسْتِشْرَافِ نَفْسٍ and يُكْرَهُ بِإِسْتِشْرَافِ نَفْسٍ, meaning you're harboring hope or you're asking for, then it is wrong. وَجَائِزٌ الْكُفْرِ بَذْلُ الْبِرِّ فِي نَفْسِ أَحْمَدِ. And Imam Ahmad says that spending wealth upon a disbeliever is fine. Meaning giving normal charity for a disbeliever, let's say, that's also fine.
You will be rewarded.
You will be rewarded, yeah.
But zakah cannot.
Not zakah. Unless they fall under the category of talif qalb, mu'allafatil qulub. So if you are hoping that someone hearts will be softened and he comes closer to Islam, then you can give. Normal charity is fine. We've been told in the ayah, وَلَا إِنَّمَا يَنْهَاكُمُ اللَّهُ. Okay, لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم أن تبروهم وتقسطوا إليهم. So bir includes helping them financially as well. And there's another hadith of Sahih Bukhari, I think Asma bint Abi Bakr, if I'm not wrong. Hammam came from Makkah hoping that a daughter will help her financially, and she asked the Prophet ﷺ, said yes, give her, help her financially. So it is fine. Only zakat should not be given if they're not falling in the one category, mu'allafatul qulub. Okay, that's it. We stop here because the next one is starting about the fasting. وَخُذْ فِي رَمَضَانَ خُذْ فِي بَيَانِ الصَّوْمِ غَيْرَ مُقَصِّرٍ. Okay, جزاك الله خير.
Oh, yeah.
سبحان